Welcome to Deeply Disturbing Things.
Podcast.
I'm Macy,
And I'm Naomi.
and we are two anxious counselors who like to talk about deeply disturbing things.
Let's dive in.
Woo! So, I have a topic,
Yay.
and now I'm going to change my topic
Oh, on the fly.
on the fly.
Quick change.
Yes. So, what do you think my quick change is?
Oh, I didn't know where you started, so it's difficult to say.
Well, if you had to guess, what you do?
Well, um, I mean, do I get a clue? Animal, vegetable, mineral?
I mean, just based on today.
Well, before we started recording, we were talking about dog farts. Does it have anything to do with that?
Yeah, so I guess loosely, probably. No.
Loosely, yeah, it is some loose business going on there in the rear end.
Well, there's no filter, so that the no tail thing, it's just out there.
It's just
Um,
out.
he cannot, I will not let him lay with his butt near your face. Like you don't have enough time.
It's just an
The second
exhaust
it
pipe.
happens, it hits you. Yeah. No, it's not that better. I am going to talk about exploding batteries.
Oh, okay.
It's topical.
Is this related at all to what I shared about my laptop a moment ago?
I don't know. Maybe you can share a little bit with our guests about what your laptop situation currently is.
Well, you had shared that your laptop was broken, and I said, Coinky dink, my laptop is also broken. And my laptop, by the way, is my beloved. It is my precious.
Mhm.
It goes everywhere with me. I sleep with it. Um,
True.
but it recently it swelled up, the battery swelled up and popped all my keys off. And so now it's neck deep in the grave, but I'm going to use it
She's
until
still
its very
using it.
last breath. Yes, I'm using
So
it right now at
you
this
may
moment.
notice the random flickering of the video. That is literally just her computer. It is not a background. It's not a filter. We're not trying to be cool. This is
Do you
problems.
think it's related?
Yeah, I do. I think your
Oh,
computer's dying because it started like a year ago?
yeah, yeah. Oh, death throes.
Because
Poor
they
laptop.
so they're all like what lithium ion battery, like that's what they are, right? Because like planes won't allow
You
them
have to tell them
pressurized.
or something.
Well, they have to be like on the main part, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about what the U.S. Fire Administration says about this. Because all I know, so you told me that, I'm like, oh, that's dangerous. I don't know that much, honestly.
And I said, ah, it'll be fine. And you were
Yeah, but
like,
I
no,
was
you
like,
could
I
die.
remember, yeah, well, you die. I mean, maybe, but I remember reading something about someone who had their phone battery explode on their face, and it like scarred them badly. So,
I appreciate your concern.
so let's dive in. Let's learn
Okay,
more,
let's do
and
it.
maybe can you like sit back a little bit? It's concerning me.
I'm like this far away.
How
I'm gonna
much?
use 16 inches
But you're
away.
not that 5 to 6 feet range. That would feel safer.
Is that what's recommended by the fire department?
No, I don't know. So, okay.
If
So
I sit
lithium
across the room, I think you're gonna have a hard time hearing me. I'll be shouting. My head will
probably
be a little pinhead back there.
like how I am right now over here in this dog's mouth. It's my dog's birthday. He's 1 year old, so we get this other
Happy
dog to look at.
birthday.
Welcome. He's so cute. Okay. So lithium ion batteries became like the main power source that people use for tools, mobility devices, laptops, toothbrushes,
Hmm.
smartphones,
Oh, does my
scooters,
Sonicare have one in it?
probably.
I had no idea.
Scooters, cars, rechargeable power sources have transformed. So basically anything that's rechargeable most often would be lithium ion.
Like those
Um,
deadly Lime scooters that are a menace about town.
I have a scooter.
A Lime scooter?
No, it's a
Oh
like
yeah.
an actual like it's actually pretty cool. It goes really fast. Um, but it's gonna be a gift. Highly doubt my nephew listens to this. It's gonna be a graduation gift.
Fun.
Yeah. Anyways,
Well,
so
those
that
Lime scooters and no, it's not the Lime scooters that are the problem. The people that ride the Lime scooters downtown, it's a menace.
across the bridges to like really fast. They're not
Yeah,
trained, these children.
me and my family almost got taken out last week in downtown. We had to like leap to our own safety, and we were on the sidewalk.
You should not have to be responsible for your own safety.
No, I refuse to be, as evidenced by me having my face right in front of a possibly about to explode battery.
Well, you did that with your car too, though, right? Your car was a what's kind of? I remember it's the Jade Dragon, right?
Oh yeah, and then I had the Ar no, I had the Arctic Fox first, then the Dread Dragon.
Yeah, and you ride them till they die, and then you go
Oh
and find
yeah,
the exact same car.
yes.
So did you find the exact same laptop to replace?
No, because they don't make it anymore, sadly.
So maybe because the batteries exploded.
Probably.
There's a safety hazard. Would be
It was
my
a
guess.
fatal flaw.
I mean, fatal sounds deadly. So let's keep let's keep reading. We didn't get very far. I have like the edge of a sore throat starting, so your coughing makes me nervous. Even though we're
Well,
very
I'm
far apart.
I'm in between sicknesses right now.
You're in between the ick, between an
I'm
ick and
recovering from
bronchitis.
bronchitis, but probably getting something new. That's where I'm at right now.
Well, if this topic doesn't go far, we can always bounce back to my other one, which might be related.
Oh,
Um,
I'm enjoying this tremendously.
okay, good. So let's talk a bit about these batteries. So why does that happen? Just because it's mad at you? Maybe. Overcharging, overheating. So this is the first time I just thought about overcharging, but
Ooh.
I've heard people say that before. I actually blew up something minimally. I heard it go pop inside because I was like, oh, this plug-in will fit, but it was like
Ooh.
24 instead of 5. So
Ooh. Okay. I'm notorious for this. This is probably the
yeah,
problem.
and it killed it. Like I turned it on and it popped, and it killed the speaker I was trying to use. So
Yeah.
dangerous. That was
Those
dangerous.
non-OEM chargers, I'm notorious for like
Yeah.
grabbing one at like a gas station or something. Bad idea, probably.
My dad wants to start a business, by the way, and he wants it to be named Notorious.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a Duran Duran song.
Don't tell. I mean, he does not like Duran Duran.
Notorious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he knows that, but anyways.
I mean,
Okay.
as a
So,
Duranie, just let him know that every time I see him, I will be singing the
ugh,
Duran Duran song at him.
like my stepmom. Oh, that's a little concerning. Okay. My screen of my shattered laptop just it all went black. I hope she comes back. And you did. That's good. Um, so if I disappear, I'm sorry.
We are really having the technology issues today.
Yeah, no, I'm surrounded by computer cables. Um, so
And I literally have the wrong laptop charger in my laptop right now. I'm
me
like,
too. Mine's
this
too
is my
small.
fault. Is it
Mine's
my
too.
fault?
Mine's like 10, whatever's too small. So like if I it won't die on us right now, but it won't charge it in excess either.
Yeah.
I'm on
I
borrowed
have
time.
I have those for phones in my car. I'm like, it'll just allow me to make an emergency call if needed on the road. But that's
Isn't
it.
it interesting how much of our lives like depend on the batteries of the things around us? And I've only recently I bought a because all these things we have, we're so used to rechargeable everything's now. But
Yeah.
most things still have a spot for batteries to go in if you wanted to.
We're really dependent.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I have rechargeable like double A's for like the Xbox controllers,
true. Hmm.
but sometimes we get in like a crisis mode
Hmm.
and don't
Take them
feel
out
like
of your
we have
remotes.
20 minutes to spare, and then I use like the regular batteries. So what does
Right.
that say about us as a society. Well, me representing the problems
Everything.
of our society.
It
Like, I
needs.
can't wait that long. Like, why is that? Why can't I wait 20 minutes?
I mean, I was freaking out about not being able to get the audio to work. So guess we'll never speak again.
Guess that's it. Nice knowing you, Macy.
Bye. I already forgot what we were saying. Oh yeah. What was I saying?
Um,
Batteries, right. So, uh,
batteries.
right. So overcharging them. My guess undercharging probably isn't great either, like where you're constantly like never doing the thing.
Okay,
Maybe
here's a question I have. Is this an urban myth that
what?
you should let the battery drain all the way down and then charge it full
I
versus
heard
like
so,
it's
but
a
is that
little
like a gas
down and then
tank
you
with a
charge
car?
it?
With like where you're not supposed to take it to empty?
Yeah, like is that true or not? Because
I'm looking it up.
sometimes I like do it, but I do both. I'm like, I'm gonna cover all my bases. Sometimes I'm gonna let the battery go all the way down and charge it full. And sometimes when it's like 25% down, I'm gonna charge it. So I do it all. I'm covering my bases.
Okay. Well then, let me look that up real quick. So,
Okay.
I want to make it neutral so it
Because I
comes up.
realize how illogical and irrational my method is
Can you
now that I'm
say it
saying
one
it
more
out
time?
loud.
Say it one more time. Your method.
Um, Sometimes I let the battery drain all the way down and then charge it full. And sometimes if it's just like partially down, I charge it up.
Are you talking your phone? My computer's
Anything.
okay.
My laptop, my phone, any damn thing.
Okay.
My
Just
headphones,
the
my mobile speaker.
okay. So
Like what's better for battery life, like in general? How do we extend
yeah,
the health of our battery?
let's look at that because
Let's
I'm
do.
excited by these Reddit threads that are coming up. All right.
Love me a
Let's
good Reddit thread. I learned so much by people that really care passionately about a very niche topic.
okay. So and there's this forum called yeah, I'm gonna go on this one. It's called oneplus.com. Just
Okay.
letting that space be known. Um, so this battery should be kept between 40 and 80% for optimal battery life.
Oh,
The further you discharge, the faster your battery will die. In short, 1% is better than zero, but 40 isn't much better than one.
so you should recharge at 40, but don't go past 80. That's what they're saying.
Oh, I heard something about this where something about if you're like the amount of energy it takes to do that part of energy, it takes more. This is
Well,
hurts my
here's
brain.
what
I
I
need to know.
think
I need an
then.
I need an article. I need an article. Hold
Okay, you look up an article and I'm going to say here's what I think needs to happen.
on.
I think devices then at 40 should say charge me now and then at 80 should stop charging. And that should just be built into the product. Or else they're doing their whole planned obsolescence thing to make us buy more shit because our batteries explode.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with I used to actually I subscribed as a high school student to Wired magazine
I
back in the
love
day.
Wired magazine.
Wow, I was such a nerd. And they have good articles. That's
No,
good
I
stuff.
feel like they're a factual source. I
Yes.
trust
Okay.
them.
Okay. So they have an article that says it's titled, it's by Grace Brown and Matt Reynolds. Here's the truth behind the biggest and dumbest battery myths. Here we
Hmm,
go.
let's hear it.
Okay. Smartphones um, and they're absolutely right about this. They kind of start off by talking about how, like, you may be like, wow, my phone's lasted all day. And then sometimes you'd be like, wow, I have only 20% left. How did that happen?
Yeah,
Um,
why is that?
yeah, so there's a lot of different myths that have come up about why all these things have happened. Because batteries, one, across devices are different. True. And how what you use it for and how you use it will all be different.
Mm.
True. Also true. Okay, so
And this is my like
this is the truth.
conspiracy theory thing though. I feel like when I'm purposely not using my phone because it's a very essential situation and I need to have battery, I feel like
Yeah.
that's when my battery drains the fastest.
When you need it the most,
Yes. What's that about?
maybe you get your panic and you're over focused to it. Like you're like hyper focused on the battery dying.
And I'm
Well, and
checking the charge and that drains the battery more.
well, and maybe that is the emergency. Maybe you wouldn't have felt it was an emergency if you had phone battery.
I'm creating my own emergency because I
Oh
see
my
my
God.
batteries going down and I'm like, oh shit.
That makes so much sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So here's one of the truths. Even when your battery is at 100%, there's still room for more charge.
What?
What?
100% is 100%.
No. Okay, this is where it's similar to cars, like where they say like there's like a little bit of room, and also dessert stomach. Like you have extra room for that piece of pie, but not for the extra chicken.
It's only wafer thin. Are you talking about a gas reserve tank?
No.
Oh,
I mean I would say that it's more of like they tell you like the empty isn't empty. There's
it's
like a
not.
little
There's
more,
reserve. Yeah.
but not a full reserve tank. Like okay, so charge. Okay. But where was it? Okay. So that is true. There's more juice in your smartphone battery than the percentage displayed. But if you use that juice, you end up dramatically reducing the overall lifespan of your battery. At the crux of this problem is a delicate trade-off played by manufacturers.
Hmm.
So oh, this makes sense. Increasing the available charge within a battery reduces the number of times that battery can be charged and discharged without being damaged. To make batteries last for hundreds or thousands of charges, manufacturers place limits on the amount of juice that batteries can discharge.
Oh,
So they put their own limiters on it, those sneakies. So
we should
your
know about
laptop
that.
probably exploded on purpose.
Yes, it was sick of me.
So let's learn about how they work. This is what I want to know. So the guts of most lithium ion batteries, like the ones in your laptop, my phone, are made up of two layers. One made of lithium cobalt oxide and the other of graphite. Energy is released when the lithium ions move from the graphite layer to the lithium cobalt oxide layer.
Hmm.
When you charge up a battery, you're simply shifting those lithium ions back the other way, out of the lithium cobalt oxide layer and back to the graphite. And then it's back. So you're just shifting it. So shifting too many of those ions out of the cobalt oxide layer, the whole structure gets messed up. So
Hmm.
by overcharging it, the whole structure, the atomic structure of the material falls apart if you remove all of that lithium.
That's what's happened. Mine's fallen apart.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, your words have never rung truer.
I was
Uh,
really actually, we were meeting virtually today, but I was really looking forward to you. I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to
you
open my
wanted me to,
laptop
you're
and
gonna put me in harm's way.
have you just be like, WTF is wrong with your laptop? Because you would see that I have no keys on my keyboard in the middle, because the middle is swollen the most, and
I'm
that's
scared.
where the keys are popped out in the middle. Like my surrounding keys work. It's like the middle ones that don't work.
I have gone through COVID and beyond without having to watch someone go through a crisis on the other side of a screen. So can we please keep it that way? Don't explode. Don't do it. So,
I
okay.
don't plan on it.
So while it's possible, well, you did the topic on internally
Oh,
combusting.
spontaneous combustion. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it is possible to charge it. Yes. Um, but the only way to do that is to pull out more of the crucial lithium ions. It'd be like pulling all the supports out of the floor of a building.
Oh, that's bad.
You could get it out, sure, but good luck putting them back once you've taken them out.
It's like Jenga.
Right. So, yeah, you may get that call out to 911 in your emergency. How important is that? Because now it's not going to work anymore.
It's
Did they
not gonna
answer?
work.
Did they
Yeah.
answer? Did they get your GPS location in time? Like, maybe not. So, there you go. Yeah, okay, so that's one. And that's why manufacturers set limits on the number of charges. They're set so only around half of it gets used during one full charge. What?
Wait, what?
Half. It's
Why?
yeah, they put limits on us, ma'am.
Why? What? Pourquoi? Pourquoi?
Pourquoi? Oh, what? Half? I mean, you can take a fourth. I'll give you a fourth.
I
I
like
want.
transparency. Like if they're doing that, I want to know. And I want to
Why?
know
Why don't
why. I
no?
want the
Yeah,
reason.
I want every limiter known.
Is it because we can't be trusted?
Are they not trusting us? Me
I don't like that.
neither. Who are they?
Who are they?
Who are they? Who are they controlling us?
We have really important questions that demand answers.
Who are you? And why are you doing this to us?
Who, what, why? These are like the basic W questions. Where, when, how?
Who? Okay. All right. It's made me think about
So,
my,
are you gonna get to
I
like
don't
what
know.
happens
I'm going there.
on a
Probably.
plane? Because
No.
why are they making a big deal about it?
Snakes on a plane they make a big deal about. A different kind of problem though. Um, okay.
I see you're
Charging your
fiddling with
phone.
the
I'm
connectors. Are you charging your phone right now while we're talking about it?
no. But remember earlier when I put my earbuds, I was trying my earbuds and I was like, oh, they're dead. And so
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I should charge those. Well, I have my laptop here and then I can plug it into my laptop. Yeah, and then like what about our boxes that charge other boxes? Okay. So
This is
charge
probably bad, but I use this laptop charger, which is not even the right laptop charger to charge my phone also.
oh, see, I do that sometimes and I know it's not
Is
good
that
because like 'cause
bad?
it's so big. It's so many stuffs going in. But yeah, depending on your phone.
I find it handy.
Like if your phone's supposed to take 40 and you put 140 and like I'm sure that's not ideal.
Damn it.
I'm just guessing, just
I
a
wish they
guess.
would make it easy for us. Just universal chargers for everything.
Well, that's kind of what USB-Cs have. I mean, most things are USB-Cs. Put that in there. Disgruntled. All right. Now
You're
I'm gonna like,
disgruntled?
well, yeah, because I my laptop only has two USB ports, and because it's broken, I have this two things plugged into it. Uh, wow, this must be what like being like someone who smokes cigarettes, and then they're like, ah, I'm inside, and I can't, but it's right here. All right, whatever. Okay. Charging your phone on airplane mode makes it charge faster.
Oh, what? Why?
What? Well,
What?
I know that because like people tell like I'll turn off if like Bluetooth or Wi-Fi because the constant scanning that happens in the background.
I didn't
That's the
know
thing.
that.
Yeah, I go into the developer options a lot when I get a new phone to like fine tune it basically because there's a lot of things you can change.
So you want to set your charging options.
Well, there's a lot of things that impact your battery that you don't think about, like that. Like, do you want your phone? Like, because I'm only ever on really my house Wi-Fi, so it can auto connect to your house Wi-Fi and be off all the rest of the time when it doesn't recognize
Then
something.
it'll charge
Or,
faster.
well, or like, yeah, I mean. just stock, it's constantly searching for Wi-Fi, and so that constant and Bluetooth. So, um,
Mm.
a common tip to speed up phone charging when you're in a hurry is to stick it on airplane mode. So this is kind of a different thing, but I guess it turns off all
Yeah, it
cellular
turns
stuff,
all that stuff off. Yeah.
all the radio frequencies, so you won't have
That's
any
good to
cellular.
know.
Hold on, wait. This says it's true, kind of.
Oh.
So
Oh, we're still in the myths and facts.
yes. So with some phones, your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi will also be severed. So in theory, your phone's doing less work, the battery should charge faster. Technically true, but minimally. A trial by CNET in 2014 found that turning on airplane mode shortened the charging time by about 4 minutes.
Oh, that's not
Yep.
significant.
Yeah. Okay, having
What's the
Wi-Fi.
p-value?
Oh, wait. Okay. Wait. So, but that is airplane mode because the next one is what I was talking about. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth off in the background is a
Mm.
drain on battery life, and it says true.
Okay.
Apart from the screen, one of the biggest drains on your battery life is your wasted time searching for Wi-Fi and data networks.
God, I hate wasting time.
If you're ever noticed your battery plummeting while on a train or in a car, it's probably because it's working overtime searching.
It's all making sense.
If there's no snakes on that train, I mean Wi-Fi on that train, it's probably better. Like it's constantly searching. So either connect to something, so stop searching or turn it off. Yep.
I mean, sensible for everything in life.
It says reducing screen brightness and the time it takes your phone to go to sleep are also easy ways to extend your battery life.
Mm, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the screen brightness thing, I ha I have to have a little light or I can't see it.
I mean, I think they allow for little light. But like I think like have you ever changed your like how long it takes your phone to lock?
Not on my phone, but my laptop. I have
So
that
you
set.
can do it on your phone too, and you can also set it where it doesn't have like the time displayed.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I like to
So
see what time it is at all times.
so using an unofficial charger damages your phone. True or false?
I would say true, and now I'm guilty as charged.
It is true. It
Charged,
is
guilty as charged.
true. Not all phone
I'm
chargers are
so
created
petty.
equal. You are. Chargers have all sorts of controls that limit the amount of current that is going to the phone to stop it from charging to that over full point. That makes sense to me now. Why don't they just educate us? We're not stupid. Just tell us. Like
Or why
that
don't
makes
they
sense.
just put in preventers?
Because I feel like when you tell me like not to use this one, it could damage your phone. I'm like, okay, but like, how do I know? So would I rather charge my phone or risk it and not? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I
But
think
if you
they only give us autonomy when it benefits them. They only
right,
give us autonomy when we don't have the knowledge to not do something stupid, and then it benefits capitalism.
right,
Like
like
put a thing where it prevents you from putting the wrong charge, like a wrong charger
I
working
want
or
to know
something.
why I bought a numbers phone, lots of numbers in front of that dollar figure phone, and it didn't come with the freaking charger. Are you kidding me? I had to buy the charger separately. So I
That's some
bought
BS.
a useless piece of
Because the likelihood of you buying the wrong charger, there is some likelihood. It takes some research.
and it's because it is a bigger charger, so it's more money, but like put that in the cost of the freaking phone. You're the one that made the battery that size.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. That
Why are we to blame?
why are we victim blaming? Using an unofficial charger damages your phone. I already read that. Just kidding. And I said it just as angrily. Um, okay,
Well,
so this is about the current
literally, I'm sitting here using the wrong
ripping your
charger for my
ions,
laptop.
ripping your ions away as
My
we speak.
ions are being torn away
I can't even handle
viciously
this.
right now.
I'm getting up and I'm gonna go plug this thing in over there. I can't. It's completely dead.
Chargers are expensive, so I feel like
Are.
this is. just a big capitalism scheme.
Well,
Like the people
well,
that can afford the right charger and have the time to research it because they aren't working 12 jobs, yeah, you're
well,
going to get the right charger and then your stuff's going to last longer. The rest
and
of
that's like
us, our
people are
shit is broken all the time and it will continue to be broken.
and people are moving to USB-C like as a wider used thing, so you don't have a different laptop charger every time or for your phone. But it's super annoying when like I think was it Apple that where it's like every year it was a brand new type of charger
Yeah.
and or not was it no the earphones
The earbuds,
earbuds yeah.
earbuds.
Yeah, because like my phone doesn't even have a standard port on it, which drives me insanity. It
Yeah.
means I have to have Bluetooth, and it means I have to have them charged all the
Yeah.
time, or I can't listen to music, or I have to have an adapter that I can't lose, which is unlikely. And that means I can't listen to music and have my phone on the charger at the same time.
It's stupid.
It's so dumb.
I have
Like,
Beats that takes a charger that doesn't go to anything else I own.
right. And then you're carrying
Dr.
around all this
Dre, come on.
loss. Doctor. Okay, so stick with the official is what it says. Because
Yeah,
they
but that
have
costs more money. And so
right,
this is the
but
whole
but they could
disparity issue.
but it could, end the life of your phone earlier. Right. So right. I mean you buy that 9.99 instead of 19.99. And yeah, you're right. It's a socioeconomic issue for sure.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
If you buy they
my
have it at the gas station all the time.
my official charger for my laptop, which I'm not using because it stopped working weirdly, planned obsolescence, was very expensive to replace. So I'm like, hey, I have this other charger that works. Of course I'm using it.
Of course, why wouldn't you? I
Yeah.
mean, I've been yeah.
Yes, my laptop is now exploding, but it worked for a long time before that, a whole year probably.
It took a year for that thing to get ripped of its
Yeah,
eye.
worth it maybe. I don't know.
Worth it, maybe. I mean, if not that, something else. I mean, it
Yeah,
end up shattered like mine did
it's
in
all
less
give and
than a year.
take.
Yeah, I mean, just be willing to have it take. Okay, let's see here. Charging your phone through your computer or laptop will damage the battery. True or false?
Oh, okay. I do this all the time, literally daily, on the daily. So, what's the answer?
You do what? It says
I do
boom.
this every day, what you're
Okay.
saying.
You tell
So,
me what you think first.
I'm assuming it's bad.
What about these wireless ones? Like I have a wireless, like it's a random miscellaneous charger.
Um, I mean,
Well,
I'm thinking anything that you can't really confirm what it's doing or what it is probably risky.
probably. They don't like, but then like, why can't they? This is just like healthcare record systems. Why can't they talk to each other well enough? Like internally, like tell each other your parameters.
Well, I think some stuff comes from other countries and it's difficult to create like standards.
Cheaply. Yeah, probably. And they make the writing so small. I just want to say the back of these boxes that like this is a white box with I can't read. I can't even
And if you
pretend
get anything
it's
from
upside down.
Timu, like,
Oh yeah, you're done
you're
for.
rolling the dice there. I'm sorry, bud.
Yeah, sorry. So this one is a 12 volt output. Like this is actually pretty 12 volts. That's pretty big from this little thing. But it's a 15-watt output. That's actually quite a bit. 15 watts.
So is that going to explode your phone battery?
No, because my phone now takes 40. This says like 30 to 40 is the ideal. And like this Apple level plug-in here, which usually these are pretty hefty beasts. Again, impossible to read, is this 12 watts.
But that's a lot of trust you have that what's stamped on there is what it is. Like
Well,
who monitors this?
Oh my
Like, is
gosh.
there a governing body? I don't think there is, to be
I don't,
honest.
I don't think there is either. Well, now I'm concerned about this governing body that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, we have an FDA. I don't think they're in charge of that. We have
okay.
an EAP. I don't think they're in charge of that. Or not EAP, DEA. I don't think they're in charge of that.
Well,
We
and
have
actually,
a NTSB. We have an FAA. I don't think that any of them are in charge of that. Look it up.
so
Who's in charge of this?
this is an electric hair straightener that I got as a gift, and it's a USB-C, so you can unplug it and use it, and it's actually quite powerful. Like but it lasts maybe 10-15 minutes. Like it does your hair one time and then you plug it back in. But like even just holding it right now, like it's warm here. It's not on. So the battery's warm. But I know that when I've plugged in like my laptop USB-C
Hmm.
to this, it just like flashes once and turns off. Like it refuses to charge it. So I'm wondering if that might be a safety measure that it has to not explode it because this is a
Maybe.
smaller one. Okay, so now I want to like test things. I want to make a science project. Charging your phone to your
That's my
computer.
life.
Okay, so false. It's false, by the way, for your laptop. Charging through your laptop will damage your battery. False. If anything, charging a little more slowly is actually good for the battery. This goes back to the ions again, letting them.
Oh, they mean plugging a charger into your laptop and then into your phone.
Well, just like yeah, plugging
They're not
USB-C.
talking about what I do, which is plug my laptop charger into my phone, which is
That's
probably
dangerous.
I'm just guessing it's bad.
Just guessing.
It
Okay,
feels bad when I do it.
like get guilty.
Yeah, every time plug it in there, I'm like, this is probably bad.
It's just you're probably causing a world health issue. Probably. Okay. Okay, next. Powering off a device occasionally helps preserve battery life.
Oh,
False. Before you get
okay,
excited.
good, because I never do that.
Me neither. It's a myth too, but not completely unfounded. Before the lithium ion became ubiquitous. I don't know what that word is. Sorry. The nickel metal hydride, I don't know what those are either. Battery was the rechargeable battery of choice. In those batteries, it was impossible to get an accurate reading of a charge without fully discharging it and then recharging it. If they were half discharged and recharged, you'd lose where you were, so you'd have to fully recharge again. Interesting. So it was like whatever you got was it, and then it'd have to start over again. But that's not how they work now.
Oh, okay.
So now I want to plug this in, but the wire is like
Frayed.
this. Yeah, and I'm like, do I do that? But then I just realized I plugged this 12 volt into this wire for this little power bank without even reading what the power bank needs.
Well,
So
who does who nobody reads that. No. Well, no. There's
nobody does
probably
this,
like
but
1% of the population that actually takes the time to understand this and read this.
input, well, so output is what it charges out, input is what it takes in. So 1000 mA capacity, 1500. Um,
And
oh,
then you have
electrical rating, and it's underneath everything, 5 watts.
so
So
yeah.
don't use the 12
So don't
volts.
do that.
Yeah,
Do you remember a long time ago, 5 years ago, actually to be exact, when I got my iPad mini and you gave me your old Apple charger for it?
oh yeah, I've been looking for that.
Well, you gave it to me 5 years ago because I didn't have
Okay,
one.
okay.
So I
Really
used
long one, right?
it was like really long, like stupid long.
That was a official one.
Yes, it was. And it served its time, but the last couple of years it served its time so well that like definitely it was frayed and exposed wires and it stopped working finally. But
Right.
I used it probably for a good year with the frayed wires. I just wrapped it with electrical tape, but it eventually just stopped working.
Well, you
So
used all the ions out of it.
I
Yeah,
used every freaking ion because I'm like, you know, Frugal. I don't
This
like replacing something until it's done.
Well, and you can't go by size either, because some of the smallest little
No,
battery
you
things, it'll
you
be like
can go
24.
by size, Macy.
24 though will be like some of those little ones, and then you'll get a big block one and it'll be five. Because so here's that 12, the 12 Apple one. This is the one for my new Google phone. Like they're fairly comparable, right? But this is bigger.
Yeah, well, yeah.
This is 45 watts compared to 12.
Okay.
Yeah. My phone is thirsty. It gets thirsty.
I don't like
Um,
it.
being thirsty.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't like it.
so
Because
you don't have to turn your phone off, I guess.
do
Is what.
you, okay, here's a question.
Okay.
A lot of people use their phone as their alarm clock. Do you?
Oh, so I have this last year, I will call my period of being late in my life. And as you know, and I at least a solid 60%, at least, attribute it to my cell phone because I have relied so heavily on my phone for my schedule, my alarms, and I have like the Google Homes, and I had like we rearranged and like moved rooms in the house, and so like I never like replugged in the Google Homes and started relying just on my cell phone. And that meant I had to remember to set them because often when they go off and I don't want them to go off, I'll turn it off and it's not just on all the time. And
Hmm.
yeah, like it messes with me. And today I had a 3 p.m. alarm go off in the middle of the day and I don't know why. And it went cuckoo, cuckoo. And I don't know why. And it wouldn't stop. I had to turn my phone off and then back on again.
And then you're like, was I supposed to be somewhere?
I don't know. I was angry. Yeah, but there was nothing. I don't
So
know.
I don't use my phone alarm clock except very rarely, like if I'm traveling and I'm, at a training or need to
Like
be
you
up
have
in the
to.
morning, or if I lose power. I have like a plug-in, like regular digital alarm clock, but
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that rely on it. I'm so worried that I'll lose power in the middle of the night or my phone will die in the middle of the night that I just can't trust it. But everybody I know uses their phone for their alarm, like both of my kids do.
Well, maybe
So
because
I don't
there's
know.
I lose things, which is dangerous. It's a bad combination. Is anxiety that makes me tunnel vision, and then I'll put this here. It's a stupid spot, but I'll remember it because blank. It was a stupid spot and I knew it. And I did it anyways. And then I need my phone to remember. So luckily the failsafe has been the find my phone. I'm plugging things in. The find my phone feature that you can use from a computer as the
Mhm.
failsafe. But what if your computer blows up?
Yeah, what if your battery swells?
Swollen. What a horrible word. Um, okay, so here let's go to batteries perform worse when they're cold. What do you think?
It works better? Is that what you're saying?
Worse when it's cold, like temperature.
I mean, I feel like too cold probably if I left mine in the freaking snow outside or something, yeah.
This is false mostly. Opposite is true usually. Keeping your battery in cool temperatures tends to extend the battery life. High heat tends to reduce overall life. You don't want it to be hot to overheat, so don't leave it in the car. So why do they hate the heat? The reason has to do with the electrolytes filling in the gaps between the cobalt oxide and the graphite. I just keep thinking of like neurons. So it's whatever juices are around the neurons get too heated up. And it stops the two components from touching. Okay. This is what the lithium ions travel through when they're shuttling between the layers. So it's pretty important for the battery structure because they'll just kind of like miss each other altogether.
So last summer, You
Hmm.
know, I shared that I sleep with my laptop because it's my best friend. Like it would get really, really hot, and I would put ice packs under it in my bed, like on my bed. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
thinking
good idea.
like
That's
all
a good
this
idea.
was inevitable, though.
Let's
Like
see if it's
it shouldn't have gotten that hot in the first place. And I did have it not just on my covers, like I had a book under it or whatever, but it would
right.
still get so hot because summer's hot here.
Summer does get hot. Well, and it says that basically at high temperatures, those liquid electrolytes break down over just a few charge cycles. And that's a big issue for batteries, even car batteries as well. So if it, oh, like, so don't put them in bright sunlight. Is what it's saying too.
They're making a lot of rules that I don't know if I can follow.
They're not. They're saying you can have dead batteries too. They're not taking that away from you. You
Are you
can
doing your
still.
hair right now on the
Well,
podcast?
I'm curious because I was just thinking. I just looked at the thing I had it on, and it was a 20, and it let it charge. And I had thought that it would only work with a 5, but I'd only ever tried it on the 140. So remember, I was like, it doesn't stay on very long. Maybe that's why. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep it on and see if it works. All right. A device with only a little charge left will also sometimes shut off if it gets too cold because the decrease in power causes a lower temperature. It'll like trick the device into thinking the battery's empty just because it takes a little longer. That's interesting. Um, Leaving a charger plugged into a wall and turned on wastes energy.
What do
True
you
or
mean
false?
and turned on?
Like like you're charging something. Like you're charging your phone and it's on.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of heard that just having anything plugged in that's not turned on
I feel
sort
like that's
of
something that
wastes energy, but I'm
parents
not
say.
sure if that's true.
I feel like it's the myth about recycling. I think that's a
Yeah, like, are we really using energy
are
or
we
not?
really saying no to drugs? Is that
Well, definitely not.
dare okay.
Dare
So
I?
false. This is false. With phone chargers and other dumb cables that just have a wire like hanging down sort of thing, they're actually probably aren't drawing any energy at all often by the way how they're built. Or if they are, it's without a device plugged into it with a brick. They're they'll draw small amounts of power while essentially waiting for the TV on the device to boot up in standby mode. It was, okay, sorry. I'm trying to think while I do this. The energy draws of these devices was up to
Don't do
10%
that.
of the average household's energy bill. But recent regulation changes means that these now draw relatively tiny. Oh, I see. So, okay. So it's not a thing anymore because regulation around how it works has been, like you said, they built it in to not do
Oh,
that
okay.
anymore. But in the
Good.
past, if it didn't connect to something, it was always trying to. And so it would take up 10% of people's energy bill.
Damn it.
Yeah, but that's fixed now, so that's good.
Good.
Um, You should let the battery get all the way down to 0% before
Oh my God,
recharge.
that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'd heard that, but I don't know if it's true.
False. Strangely enough, batteries are under the most strain when they're fully charged or completely empty. Either
Oh,
or.
that's that 40 to 80
Right. Look how smart we are.
window you were sharing about. Yeah.
The real sweet spot for battery is about 50%. That means it's half as movable between both sides. So it's fluid. Okay.
Hmm.
Good to know. The equilibrium, good word, puts the least amount of strain on the battery and extends the number of charge cycles it can have before degrading.
So
Oh, so you just keep
interesting.
charging at half. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's so interesting. It
I
makes
want
sense,
to,
but like nobody knows that. I
you
definitely didn't know.
you can set your phone too to like when to turn on battery save mode at different points too. So I want to know about that battery saver mode. Does it like really work?
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
Okay, well that's interesting. I like learning that. So it says if you were super keen on keeping your battery living as long as possible, you should
Yes.
keep it charged between 20 and 80. This means that it spends as little time as
Oh,
possible with lots of lithium crammed in
didn't they
too
say 40
much.
to 80 earlier in the article?
Yeah, I think it was like a touchstone back
Okay.
in case people didn't read it.
Okay.
We
It
read it.
feels like I'm hearing some inconsistencies, but I'll just
Well,
stick with
wait,
the
wait, wait. You said
50%.
15? No, I
No,
don't
they
think it was
said
15.
40 to 80 earlier.
Let me see here. It might have been about something else, though.
But we can just land on
I like
50%.
50. I like
It's
50. It's a
easy to
good number.
remember. It
Somewhere around
feels
50. Yeah,
symmetrical, which
somewhere
I enjoy.
equilibrium. I like it. Um, Charging past 100% will damage your battery. True, but not for the reason you think. This one is linked to the above myth of charging your phone so it stays at 100% overnight. Like if you leave it plugged in and it's already at
Yeah,
100. By the way, this is doing so much better than it had in the past. It's like steamy.
you fixed it.
Yeah, I put the right amount of charge in it.
50%
Well, because
ish.
on this thing, it does not actually say. Oh, it does, but it's in like transparent writing. I cannot see. Oh my gosh, that's dangerous. Why wouldn't they tell you?
Because they don't want you to know the secrets.
5 volt.
Because I think they want us to destroy our shit, so
It's
we'll buy
gonna
more
die.
shit.
Well, yeah, and I mean, we've talked about that just in general as people
Yeah.
like we're a capitalist society that well, maybe it's a systems problem. Maybe they're building things that to die
Yes,
sooner on
definitely.
purpose. And they are. They literally are making your batteries cap out.
Because, or else your business model
Yeah,
is flawed because if
they
you
don't
make
need
something
a
that
new
lasts
laptop.
forever, people aren't going to buy more things.
Right, right. And you need that new phone to come out every 2 years. I'm just saying 20 watts is doing great things in my hair, but it's probably going to be dead tomorrow. Um, let's see here. Charge. Okay, so replacing your phone battery gives it a new lease on life. Like if
Mhm.
you just get a whole new battery, what do you think?
Um, I did I guess yes, but that's probably
You're
wrong.
right. No, you're right.
Oh,
You're
okay.
right. You get to be right. Um, yeah, basically, like it's a whole new. It's like getting a new ticker. Um, you can actually, most smartphone manufacturers don't want you to know this, but you can just go and buy a new phone battery. You can replace it yourself. Oh yeah.
Not all phones though. I think some you have to send in, right? Like Apple, right?
Well, if it's under warranty, because they and that's their whole thing is because they if you open it, then they don't have to pay out for damages. Um, but it says manufacturers are still trying to make it hard by having specialty tools needed. Um, so sometimes it's easier to pay someone else to do the service. So you can
Okay.
take it somewhere, which that makes sense to have someone just do it for you. This is great.
Okay.
It's great for my hair right now. Um, okay. That have you looked into what your battery would cost for your laptop?
No, I took it to Best Buy, the Geek Squad, and
Like them, first of all.
they said it's not worth
They all
it.
probably would have been my friends in high school, and they all just seem like they would rather not.
They're very nice, and I had an appointment and everything, so I had like my time allotted. But they said, your laptop's 5 years old, and I mean it's over five at this point. And they said you would need a whole battery replacement and a keyboard replacement, and you'd have to send it away, which that whole thing, like I don't like that.
A lot of work for them.
And they also said they don't do that. They don't fix razors. So
What's your kind of what is it?
it's a razor,
I just got a pair of headphones. What are
but
those?
it's like the 13-inch that they don't make anymore. And even their 14-inch is has been out of stock for half a year. So they're
Best
like
Buy
pretty good
Razor 13
laptops.
inch. It's on Best Buy Razor
No,
13 inch
it's not. It's a lie.
for 849. Oh, that's a different one. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. But
They have
Razor
stuff.
Blade Stealth,
Yeah. They have, like if you search for stuff, a lot of stuff comes up. If you really dig into it, it just doesn't really exist.
Blade Stealth.
Yeah,
This is
they
on.
don't make the 13-inch anymore. And the
Yeah,
14
this is
inch, what they do make, it has been out of stock for 6 months. And I
mm,
don't have the patience to wait for it to come back in stock.
often they don't. Hmm.
So that's why I researched and found something new, and I'm just waiting for a after Christmas sale that'll meet my financial needs.
So, okay, yeah. Um, did you buy yours new original?
Yeah,
Does it have the like the protection plan with it?
it's expired. Mine's 5 years old.
Sometimes though, you'd be surprised
No,
because
mine's
what's happening is an internal thing.
no. It's me charging it with the wrong charger and sleeping with it in my
Don't
bed.
admit that to anybody.
I'm pretty sure at 5 years old, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I see a pre-owned Razer Blade Stealth 13 core, $1,400 pre-owned. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy a pre-owned laptop,
no, no.
especially
Yeah,
something that's years old. So, it's sad. I will have a burial for it
I'm
and
looking.
mourn.
You can buy the battery replacement for $78 with it
I
comes with a
also
little.
need a keyboard replacement.
Okay, hold on. So that's 73.
Like the
Word.
whole bottom needs to be rebuilt because, like, literally, if you see it, it looks like this,
Mhm.
like a muffin.
23 dollars max for that. And then
Yeah,
let's say the
labor, Macy, labor.
bottom, I'll do it for you. Bottom laptop. I mean, what are you gonna do with it? Anyways.
Put it in my drawer with all my other laptops. I have every laptop I've ever owned.
Huh. Oh, you're like my dad.
Because one day I'm gonna take them out in the field and sledgehammer them like Office Space.
Office space. Well, there is I mean, you still have your hard drive, which you should back up anyways.
No, I'm gonna sledgehammer it. I don't keep anything on my laptop stored.
You should empty it out, give it
Oh,
to
it
me,
already
and
is.
let me see if I can give you a Christmas present.
I don't love it that much.
Yes,
I
you
I
do.
mean I love it, but I've already gone through my grieving process and I've already picked something.
What if I made it your dead loved one come back from the dead?
I feel like it might be like Pet Cemetery. I'll think
It
about
would
it.
100% be like
I'll
Pet
think
Sematary.
about it.
All
You
right.
know what's
Well,
happened to Church the cat? You've seen Pet
that
Cemetery. You've read
scares
it
me. It
probably.
does scare me. It does scare me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Church the cat was never the same again. And neither was their kid either. I can't
No,
remember the kid's
I
name.
don't like scary children in movies.
What was the
Children
kid's
of the
name?
Corn.
Now I feel like weird that I don't know it. Okay. Kid in Pet Cemetery. What was the kid's
I don't
name?
remember the kid. I don't even remember a kid being in it. Oh, it died. It died that fast. It's gone. It's gone.
Well, yeah, and so did the kid. Um, yeah, because remember they did it with the cat, and then like, oh, if we did it with the cat, we'll do it with the cat. Gage, that was the
Oh,
kid's name,
the
Gage.
name of my
But
dad's dog.
the cat's name was Church. I know that. I don't even have to look it up.
Mhm. Yeah.
They're
All
not the
right.
same.
Not the same.
Sometimes you just have to let things go.
All right. Well, still, you just let me have fun.
All right, Frankenstein.
Until
Until
next
next
time.
time. I
Until
feel like
next.
that was mine. I already said mine. Sometimes you have to just let things go. What's
Or
yours?
or not.
Or
You know,
not. Or
if
hang
you don't want,
on
or hang on to it,
like a raccoon.
or a drawer full of laptops.
They're just waiting destruction.
You're waiting to make, they're just gonna one day turn into a transformer.
Or yeah, or that. That'd be cool. I
That'd be
love me
pretty
some
sweet.
Bumblebee.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right. Well, till next time, find your bumblebee.
Bye.